Hello Sentinels, episode 16 of 90 of this series on drug-free ADHD, super focus and clear aims. And an aim is basically an intent with emotion, a mission, and then the actions that get you there. So today I'm going to be talking about why ADHD is not a four-letter word, and this is going to be a tough one for me because I spent a lot of my early life thinking that I was not worthy, which is something, if you are or have ADHD, you maybe went through school, found it really difficult. You're perhaps talking, the class clown, everybody thought you were an idiot, crazy, and until you maybe then got out of the school or out of university and you came into the job market or became an entrepreneur and realized it was actually a superpower. Now, like with any superpower, like I said, I mentioned a few days ago that it's a bit like a comic figure, a superhero. It's one of those things that certainly can hurt you, yourself, your family, your friends, because you have that focus on the one thing that you're doing. And if you're lucky enough, you've taken that over into your professional life and you're fantastic at that, some things fall off the bandwagon because you basically super focus on one thing, and everything that you hear, ingest, learn about is towards that one thing. And that's fantastic if you're in our day and age. For example, if you're the Americans call it a CEO disease. Well, it may be, but it certainly doesn't feel it when you're actually going through that. So perhaps for months or weeks or even years, you maybe not get in touch with people because you're focused on that one thing that you're doing. Now, all of that sounds rather negative. I said ADHD is not a four-letter word. That's the point, is that it is a superpower, and when you learn to actually master it, there are ways that you can make sure that you don't get into the situation that I've just been talking about. So I've been through that, got to the other side, and there are ways of getting there yourself. And I'm hoping this whole series will help you get there, and if not, I hope in some small way it helps you take a step towards that perfect life that you wish to have. So with that said, the positive side of it. So if it's a cognitive disorder from your executive functions. That means it's the conscious part of the brain, and it's the decision-making piece, the piece that you're talking about, that your self-talk, saying, right, okay, I'd like to do this, and then you forget to do it. The great thing about that is you can program yourself to do the things you want to do without thinking. And if you mix those together in the right magical mix and do that every day, you will actually get things done and concentrate on and look after your family, your friends, your relationships, and the great things that you can have in your life. And the cool thing about it is then you have the positive sides of it, which is the focus that you already get from what doctors call a disorder, which is, quite frankly, in my books is ridiculous. We're all perfect as we are. We just need to learn how to utilize the skills that we have. And the one great thing that people with ADHD, or sentinels as I call them, have is that thing. They are great at a set of skills and getting that one thing done because they concentrate on that thing to the detriment of everything else. Now, if you can then guide that, that becomes your superpower. That's the strength. So, as this, I think it was in Spider-Man, they said, with great power comes great responsibility. That is true. In this particular case, it's you. So it's not for anybody else, it's for you. It's got to come from you first. You've got to build on yourself, get that confidence, know that you can do it, see that it actually works, and then take it out and place the things that you want in the positions in your life, in your day, that can then get you to the point where you're acting and moving towards the things that you wish to have and wish to nurture in your life. So as far as I'm concerned, it's literally, we're all comic book heroes. We are all X-Men. That's my favourite one. And if you can control those superpowers, you will have, it is an amazing life that you can have. And you will become the best version of yourself, a sentinel, in the most true sense of the word. Look after your family, your friends, yourself as well. And with that, that's it being done for today. And I hope I'll see you again tomorrow, where I'll be talking about the last one in the thing, which was about infinite and finite games, which is a bit odd because I don't really believe that we act in the moment and act as though we actually are going to live forever. So me talking about infinite games is perhaps a bit odd, but because I believe that we're all going to die, and I keep that in my head every single day. And I'll get to that tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Have a great Saturday, and wherever you may be, have a plan, be fun, and foster wisdom wherever you see it. And good morning, good evening, or a wonderful good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.